Hey guys, let's talk about ground-mounted antennas a little bit here. So a ground-mounted antenna is any type of antenna that's using the earth for its counterpoise. Typically, these antennas are vertical antennas. On any other typical antenna we have elements, radials, that make up our counterpoise network or the other half of the antenna. Guys, ground-mounted antennas, we don't need quarter wave radials coming off the antenna, because if we did use them, the earth would detune them. Uh, with a ground-mounted antenna, you just don't need them because the earth is going to detune them. See, instead, what you really need is you need the antenna to send as much of its antenna to the ground plate and the base of the collector to help make sure that we reduce losses and reduce loss. With a ground-mounted antenna, you should really place as many radials, as many as you possibly can, on the ground or under the ground or at the base of the antenna. Now, the more you use, the shorter that those radials can be, obviously. Now, guys, if you're making a ground-mounted antenna for VHF or UHF, very high frequency, ultra high frequency, only one radial is needed. You really only need one for those frequencies. But there's a little bit about the ground-mounted. They work really well, guys. I use my verticals are ground. The vertical I use, and the vertical, the vertical I use here on the auxiliary is, I have one that's ground mounted, and then I have one that is a half wavelength to the feed point, with a series of special degree radials coming off of it to work with the earth. The way I have my vertical set up, the antenna is so low to the ground that I have a combination of sharp angle radials. They work with a ground radial system and the earth and the roof, and it's just how I have mine set up. But anyways, hope everyone's having a good one. There's a little bit about the ground mounted vertical, and 73s now, guys.